Alright guys, so here's the setup. The system itself, as you can see, is in amazing shape. It's very clean, there's nothing broken on it. I've got the mouse here. And the mouse just plugs into one of the two controller ports. And in the second controller port, I've got a Sega Genesis controller plugged in. And here's the monitor. And like I said, the monitor plugs in via RGB. The RGB comes through this, I think it's a 25-pin connection here, and goes to this 9-pin connection in the back. Doesn't go to separate leads, like I said. There are two leads there for your stereo sound, which of course just come out the back of the system. The power button's on the back of this monitor. It's a little different, so I'll turn that on. Now here's the 8 MB RAM expansion pack I was talking about. And that just plugs in to the side of the system, just like that. Now everything on the Amiga is plug and play. Its operating system basically knows what to look for, and you don't have to set up anything. You know, it's not like a computer where you got to load drivers for, you know, the mouse or expanded memory thing, you know, and nothing like that. Now the weird thing about the Amiga 500 is the location of the power switch. It's actually on the power supply. So you'll be looking, where the heck do you turn this thing on? And you actually turn it on from here. Now as I said, this one's been modified with the hard drive. So right now I've got nothing in the disk drive. And as we'll see, it's gonna load into the workbench. Now, of course, we use the mouse. Very simple to use. We've got the RAM disk showing up. We've got the hard disk showing up. And we can see on the hard drive, we have, they call them drawers. Well, there's basically folders. And, you know, your utility programs in here. No, here's a clock. Ooh, look at that, a clock. How advanced. Yeah, it might seem funny, but, you know, back then it was pretty neat. Having an operating system like this. And the coolest thing, I think, is how responsive it is. And what I mean by that is, well, let's take a disk here. Let's see, F430 Interceptor. So this is a game. Now you stick the game in the disk drive, and watch this. It shows up on the desktop. F430 Interceptor. Double click on that icon. Here it tells you the disk is 89% full, and here we have an icon for F430 Interceptor with a graphic and everything. So very much kind of reminds me of like the Mac OS. You know, when you put a disk, say you put a DVD or a CD in a Mac, and the icon for the disk, you know, just shows up on the desktop. And it's very fast. It's you know, very simple to use. I mean, double click on that and it runs the game. Now I will warn you up front, the load times are incredibly long on this thing. And so that's, you know, something you have to keep in mind. Now the sound and the graphics, like I said, are pretty good, so I'll try and get a good view of the screen here. So pretty primitive 3D graphics, but we are talking about a machine from the late 80s, of course. I have to say the camera picks this monitor up much better than most. So I wonder if the refresh rate on this monitor is different than than the average. But anyways, I'm going to turn this off. And let's imagine that, as you saw when I stuck that disc in, the game icon, or the disc icon, popped up on its own, and you pretty much just click on the program and run it. It's really easy, but let's just imagine that's somehow not easy enough for you. Well, here's a demo disc for Beneath the Steel Sky, which is a pretty cool game. It's like one of those point-and-click adventure games that I like. Now with the system off, you can put in a game, and you know, just like a video game system you'd basically expect, you'd put in the game and turn it on with the game in. And it's going to automatically load the game up. So, you know, this machine is very, very easy to use. Like I said, all the accessories, like, you know, the mouse, you add a mouse. You don't have to, you know, set up DOS drivers, you know. You don't have to really set up anything. It pretty much, you know, automatically detects and uses anything you plug into it. And as you can see, you can turn it on with a game in it, and it just loads the game up automatically. Now, once again, the load times. Really the worst thing about this system, not having a hard drive normally. Of course, this one, like I said, does have the 60 megabyte hard drive in it, but normally these systems would not have a hard drive in it. And that would be the main difference between this and a PC of the time. You know, you have to remember, in the late 80s you could get a 386 PC, and that would be a pretty powerful machine, and it could run a lot of great DOS games, and you know, with the hard drive storage, the load times would be a lot faster. I mean, many times faster. But whereas this computer only costs about $1,000, you know, believe it or not, in the late 80s, you know, a 386 machine might cost you $5,000 or $6,000. So, you know, there you go. There's a big difference there in price. Now, this is Beneath the Steel Sky. Unfortunately, it's just a demo, so you can't do much. And basically, you got your mouse here, and you know, it's one of those point-and-click adventure games. Let's see if I can get a good view of the graphics. Got some guys down there talking. But anyways, I'm gonna see if I got any other games that were showing. Now, of course, I can only show the games I have, and I don't have much. In here is mostly system disks, and you know, maybe some business programs, and some of them are just blank. So there's not as many games as it might look like there are. And so, you know, I'd love to show you, you know, Monkey Island and stuff like that, of course, but for now, I'm not going to show what I don't have. A little loud. This is F430 Pursuit. I'm hoping I can use the Genesis controller on this one. I haven't tried yet. So here the mouse moves the map. So once again, you've got your mouse and your controller going at once. Very so here's the controller, seems to be working. If I can figure out how to accelerate. There we go. Well, this is the slowest Ferrari F440 wow. What's going on here? Oh, wait, there we go. No, wait, that didn't do much. And I just spun out and hit a pole. Okay, this game sucks, guys. Let's find a better game. Let's go! Did you hear that? It talked. So this level is really easy, but if you've never played this game, you should definitely check it out if you like puzzle games. It's a really unique puzzle game. You can nuke them too. Oh no! Yeah, that's an awesome game. But anyways, I guess I'm running out of time. There's definitely going to be more Amiga videos coming. And oh, one thing I forgot to mention is just to piss off all you Amiga fans. you're gonna hate this. You're gonna hate me for this. But I got everything you've seen, including the boxes. There's a box over there too. and a lot of the books and all the discs and all this accessories, and like I said, this has been modded with a hard drive. I got everything for about $20, which is insane because these things are so rare in North America, and you know, the system alone is worth quite a bit of money. The fact this one's been modded with a hard drive, because there's an IDE controller board that had to be modded into this system for it to take a hard drive, and apparently that IDE board alone is worth quite a bit of money, so I was very lucky to pick this up for, you know, basically nothing. And I guess that's it.